since September.
Yes.
Do you believe that I think our troops are terrorists?
I do.
You would not even look me in the face, Elizabeth, and
What are
say,
you talking
no,
about?
Rosie, I can understand how people might have thought that. Why don't you take this opportunity like I'm 6?
Because you are an adult, and I am certainly
So are
not
you.
going to be the person for you to explain your thoughts. They're your thoughts. Defend your own insinuations.
It was a fight heard around the world, and the last time Rosie was on The View. We continue now with Curtis Sliwa, Ellis Hennigan, and Mancow. She didn't say the troops were terrorists. She said she can understand if you're in that country and another country attacks, how you might feel in a certain way. And there goes my paper. But that's what she was saying. And I think that she would continually be misinterpreted. She never actually said the word troops. And you seem to be celebrating, Curtis, the idea that she's off the air for what she said.
Let me say something. Maybe I am celebrating too much. Maybe I should be sitting shiver with Michael Moore and the other anti-Americans. Maybe she'll be sitting next to Jimmy Carter at the next Democratic National Convention, right?
Because you don't like what she said and then celebrate her being off the air. The next person could be you, because someone doesn't like what you say and you're off the air, and I would defend you or Mancow.
She didn't get fired. She didn't get fired. Her emotions got the better of her.
You're celebrating the fact that she's gone and then tying in the horrible, terrible things she said.
Can I refer to my parents' generations? Remember the Lollipop Kids, the Munchkins, and the Wizard of Oz? The Wicked Witch is dead. Long live the Wicked Witch is dead. I can't celebrate like that.
I think he's high.
Because remember, I remember that scene where the Wicked Witch of the West goes, "I'll get you, my little pretty." That's what you used to say to Elizabeth.
Wait, no.
Curtis is in that role.
You're not the one doing the
Mancow, you got
your arm in front of me.
Mancow,
what hold are you going to teach me?
Sicilian backbreaker.
I was going to give you
Let me tell you something. I didn't appreciate Alan Combs making fun of your beret during the commercial break. I think you're a hero. You fight for victims, and he wants to try to figure out the killers. That's the sick mind of these two. Okay? Rosie's a hero. The bad guys are the heroes. Look who they support.
You see,
it's unbelievable.
Here's what you all completely misunderstand. This has nothing to do with Iraq. It has nothing to do with terror. It has to do with two women who hate each other. And that is compelling television that goes back generations in this country. Young blonder woman, heavier brunette woman. They loathe each other. Why don't you understand that?
What's the tradition?
Why don't you understand that? All these
It's
people
great
hate each
TV.
other.
What are you going to talk about on your shows after she's gone? Look at all the
Graduate
publicity.
seminars.
We're happy to give her, so you can knock her.
It is good stuff to talk about. It is good fodder.
You're giving her everything she wants.
Absolutely.
Can we make a recommendation?
Hey,
maybe because Al Jazeera English needs a Rosie O'Donnell.
Sean Hannity.
I'm sorry, Sean. I'm sorry.
I'm still here. We're in Pearl Harbor. We're going to be joined by Newton Ollie in just a minute. But let me ask you, Ellis Hennigan, when she said 655,000 Iraqi civilians have died, who were the terrorists, explain to me, if she's not saying that it's the American troops, she has called our president treasonous. She said he ought to be, tried at The Hague. She is calling our troops terrorists. She did say that America is a terrorist nation. She said those words.
Sean, I'll tell you how I know she never said that.
She said it. I have the verbatim quote.
If she said it, we would have been playing the bite right now and here and say, what we've got is a bunch of interpretations, Sean, from people who want her to have said that.
Ellis, let me educate you, because I played the cut on my radio show today. She said it today.
No,
and
she said something
the other day.
different.
That's what she said.
Into that.
No,
Seriously?
I have a quote. Let me read it to you and let me educate you. 655,000 Iraqi civilians have died. Mancow, she says, who are the terrorists? Then she said America, like every other nation, is a terrorist nation. Those are her words, Mancow.
That's right. I mean, I've played it too on my silly little radio show, and these guys are going to stick up for it because that's how they feel. They cheer every dead American soldier. They love it because it helps them get Hillary in the White House. They want every dead body they can show on TV. Anything to destroy these soldiers, anything to bash them. But that is what I believe. That is what I believe. It is absolutely. Stop touching me. I don't like this guy touching me. I'm not going to come on the show if you keep touching me.
Get that finger out of my face.
That is what this guy believes. Any chance to bash America, Rosie's great. Not this little innocent Christian Elizabeth. She's a punchline.
Agree with the president, or
you're bloodthirsty, you guys.
Curtis, let me ask you this question.
It's not the
choice. You know what really disturbs me? When she makes comparisons between I'm in the mood for jihad, the president of Iran there, Ahmadinejad, or she talked about Saddam Hussein, or Kim Jong mentally ill behind the rice cake curtain of North Korea. And she actually puts them on the same level. And you say, you got to be joking, Rosie. You don't understand those are despotic dictators, tyrants?
Sure.
Hey, Curtis, why, if she said all these things and calls our president a dictator, calls the troops terrorists, she makes these 9/11 conspiracy theories up, why didn't ABC take the steps to get rid of her? Why did it take a little temper tantrum after being defeated by Elizabeth?
Because they love her and they agree with her.
Is that it?
Yes, and that's why they put on. That's why they put on the weakest, most uninformed girl they can. Elizabeth is a very nice person. She's not equipped to go against this.
No.
I
disagree with you.
She's
just not
we're
mean,
gonna run
nasty,
and
and
Mango,
loud.
you're gonna be on,
No, she's polite, and that's the difference.
You're going to be on the part of the Broadway show Talk Radio
I'm headed
tonight.
off to Broadway. I'm doing talk radio.
And by the way, we
knew you'd make it.
We defend people like Imus, but Rosie, her speech, we shouldn't defend.
Rosie wasn't fired,
I
Alan.
would defend your speech.
You're the Hasselbeck of this show.
I will
You're
defend.
weak sauce,
I'm going to defend.
You're a hero, and I just like
I'm going to defend you and your fire. I'll be right back.
I like the
Coming up, hold on, guys. Coming up, we're going to show you the best of the worst of Rosie. We're the worst.